Shout out to my dude, man, Mikey T, the movie star, man. Y'all know what we doing. You heard? Whenever we link up, you heard? It's your boy Kid, man. Ready now. Oh, appreciate you. Heard? Get right, you heard? Crooks is out now.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to all my Southerners. You know what I'm saying? For real. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? You know, everybody on the East Coast that's tapped in. You know what I'm saying? Even the people, overseas, shit like that. You heard? We in the building again. You did. Shout out to my nigga Mikey T, man. You know
Oh,
it was
yeah.
good.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Welcome back, man. You got the new chain, I see. You got the reillionaire chain on deck, I see, bro.
Oh yeah, man. You know I had to let peace for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Is there besides the RLLNR. You know what I mean? You know I still got that going around the edges around it. You know what I mean? You know I had to switch it up a little. You know what I'm saying? New money and shit like that.
Hell yeah, man. Was you thinking about making that an R spinner chain, like the classic G Unit piece?
Hey, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? That's what it was gonna be. That's why it's kind of made like this. Cause that's what it was gonna be. That's what it was gonna be for real, for real. And then I swear, man, like I switched it at the last minute. Like at the last minute. I switched it at the last minute. Because what I heard like when you get changed like that, it's always problems with it. Like it's you know what I mean? And then I be thinking about it and just going back to like the G unit spinner chain and shit like that. It never sat right. Like every time you looked at it, the G would be sideways. It's always, like it just, it never really sat right. And plus I got kids, man, they'll be done broke my shit.
Yeah, at first you had for the longest time you had been repping the dollar chain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I still got it.
Facts.
Facts. Hmm.
Yep. So you were repping that for the longest time. I know you iced that out a little bit extra when you were rocking with G Unit, if I'm not mistaken.
The dollar chain?
Yeah.
Nah, man, stayed the same, man. Only thing I did different to it was because it was white gold at first, and I had got it, dipped in gold. You know what I mean?
What's up, man?
Yeah, that was the only thing I did to it. That chain was really like my first ever, big real chain. You feel me? So it was kind of sentimental to me, and like that chain ain't going nowhere. Like, you know what I mean?
I
For
already know.
real. And plus, that's the same chain that Wayne had. I got the chain from Wayne. At the same chain Wayne had on the what cover he was. I think it was a double XL cover he wore that chain. And that's the chain he had on in that video with Joey Crack with Fat Joe.
The Make It Rain. No, no.
Yeah,
Was it the
yeah,
one produced by Scott Storch with all the
yeah,
money and shit?
yeah,
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 Make It Rain. Yep.
yeah, yeah.
How
Hmm.
does somebody how does somebody bless you with a chain like that, kid? How did that go?
Well, because at that time I had a big chain. You know what I'm saying? I had a big piece. You know what I mean? For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? I already had like, what I'm saying, a nice piece or whatever, shit like that. And he wanted it. Like, like he wanted to wear it and you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So he was just like, man, like, if you give me that child, I'll give you this. I'm like, shit, yeah, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, shit. For real. For
That's
real.
lit, man. Was the classic G Unit spinner chain around when you was rocking with all the guys?
Nah, it wasn't, man. And you know what's crazy? Bro? I asked 50 about that chain. Like, I was like, yo, like, you still got the G on the spinning chain? He's like, nah, okay, I got rid of that shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then one day he told me, it was, oh, no, no, no. He was just telling me, like, the story about what happened, like, with Buck with the chain and shit. And when niggas said he robbed it or whatever. And he told me, he was like, man, the chain that the person actually took was the fake one. You know what I mean? Yeah, he said, he had the real one and he had a fake one. You know what I'm saying? And what they was doing was, Buck was wearing, like the fake one when he out. You know what I mean? In case shit like that happens. You feel me? In case shit like that happens. And what's crazy is, man, and the thing is, you gotta understand, it wasn't about the chain that niggas rolled for. It was about, you know what I'm saying, the pride. You know what I'm saying? The fact of, man, somebody thought, somebody took this from me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's fake or not. You know what I'm saying? You
Exactly.
feel me? You ain't gonna take nothing from me. So, for real, you hear me?
That
Respect
was
them.
the G Unit chain, you know what I mean? People
Yeah,
looked
yeah.
at that and they were like, "Yo, nobody could steal 50 Cent's chain."
Yeah, regardless, for real, you know what I mean? So, respecting them niggas, man, for real. Yeah, for real, bro. Niggas stood on business.
Mano recently said that 50 Cent was very instrumental in helping with his deal at Atlantic Records. How instrumental was 50 in getting you on the XXL Freshman list and other
Man,
opportunities you can remember?
it was very instrumental, man. It was like, like he got real, like, good relationships with what's her name, Vanessa. That's over there at Double XL. And like, cause I ain't gonna front when we wanted to do it, and cause I went to him and told him I wanted to be on the freshman cover, even though I wasn't a freshman. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, okay, I'll holler at Vanessa, whatever. So Vanessa was more like, well, look, we already got the candidates, we already got, what I'm saying, everybody that's supposed to be there. She was like, we gonna have like the one spot or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We could do the vote. You know what I'm saying? A fan vote. If you could win the fan vote, then we'll put you on there. Like a lot of people don't know. Like me doing that, that's what started the fan vote for Double XL.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
was the first person like to do that, and it was like since that happened, like they've been doing it every year, but like I was the first person to do that. You know what I'm saying? To get, people to actually like vote for me. You know what I'm saying? To get the 10th spot and shit. They're gonna be on there. Crooks is out right now on all platforms. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You feel me? Go look at my in studio video Crooks, you know what I'm saying? I chose to do like the in studio video for that song and for a couple songs that a couple in studio videos with the mic hanging down. Why I did that like that? Because it brings more attention to what you actually saying. You know what I'm saying? Other than all the distractions of, bitches shaking ass and, what I'm saying, throwing money around and all that. You know what I'm saying? I want you to actually hear what I'm saying. You feel me? For real. Uh, and like I said, man, Street Fame coming soon, man. Crooks is out right now. Um, Shit, man. Look me up on in iTunes and all that extra shit and go catch up.
So fast forwarding a little bit, man, we're not even really getting started yet, man. But I got to ask you, since it's the first time we're talking in a minute, how did you feel about the Super Bowl performance with Dr. Dre being showcased and Eminem and Snoop, Fifth and Mary?
That shit was epic, bro. That shit was epic, bro. It was epic, bro. You know what I'm saying? It brought me back. It brought me back to a time where, you actually loved music. You know what I mean? For real, you did to where when you actually used to sit in front of the TV all day and watch music videos and you know what I'm saying? And shit like that. So, I really enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it.
Favorite portion of it? Kendrick, Snoop, Dre, Fifth.
Um, I would say the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I will say the whole thing, bro, because just seeing them up there, bro, and what I mean. You gotta think, man. You gotta think of how old niggas is. You know what I'm saying? And to still have that energy and you heard me, and shit like that. Like shit was fire, but of course, my favorite part you heard was saying fifth. You know what I'm saying? Come through that bitch hanging upside down. You know what I'm saying? For real, 'cause that was
Classic.
because it was unexpected. You know what I'm saying? It was unexpected. Like, and that was just one of my favorite, videos and songs, and he did to this day. So just seeing that, like, man, I was just hyped, man. I felt like I was there.
Yeah, it was how everybody remembered seeing 50 Cent for the first time, kid.
Exactly. Exactly.
Upside
Exactly.
down, as oddly enough as it sounds.
Yeah, for real, for real, for real. He should have had one of them fucking the legit G unit tank tops with the colorful shit going around the
Okay.
sides and shit. He should have had one of them motherfuckers on for real.
So the controversial question is, do you think the game should have been a part of it?
Um, well, at that time and the songs that they was doing, game wasn't in the picture. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying if you gonna say game should have been there, then Banks and Yayo should have been there. Buck should have been there. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. You feel me? So
Yep. Game was realistically 2 years later. We're talking about the 2003 time frame.
yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So, you know.
Ultimately, I think the 50 Cent, ultimately, do you think the 50 Cent and Game beef prevented that though? I mean, how
Um
would they have transitioned from in the club
well,
to how we
well,
do?
of course, I'm gonna tell you, of course, that played a part in it, but I don't think that actually prevented it. You know what I'm saying? I think it was more of because of like the type of person that game is. You know what I mean? Not now you could talk about the 50 and and game beef, but you gotta understand like all these guys that's up there, man, game has just, been mentioning them so much and just, like doing too much. You feel me? Like he doing too much for real. So
So, Kid, you said I'm Kid, but peanut to the people who really know me. Can you
right,
explain? Can you explain that to me? The
right.
name Peanut. Who named you that? You know, it's a very unique name because the general public knows you as Kid.
Well, first, like I know in everybody neighborhood, if, you know what I'm saying, for the hood, they always got somebody around named Peanut. Yeah, that's just like a real neighborhood name, nickname for somebody. I don't know why it is like that, but that's just what it is. But like that just been my name, bro, since I could, remember how to talk and walk. You know what I'm saying? For real, from my family, you know what I'm saying? Calling me that to everybody. Like that's what everybody knew me as, you know. You know what I'm saying? I was Lil Peanut, you know what I'm saying? Lil Peanut out the Ninth Ward and you know what I'm saying? For real, for real.
Is it something you would ever consider transitioning into and using as a name?
Yeah. When I first like, like came again, like when I was doing the squad up shit with Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Like I was Nut the Kid. You know what I'm saying? For real, my very first rap name was Peanut Flame. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not. For real, my very first rap name was Peanut Flame. And then it went from like Not the Kid, you know what I mean? Then from there it was Kid. But yeah, but of course, like I love to, you know what I'm saying, like just go back to that. You know what I mean? Like even with my music now, like my new shit that I'm dropping, like now, I felt like, I had to go back to that peanut. You know what I mean? For real and just talk more street shit than actually just trying to, appease, you know what I'm saying, with the industry of love and you know what I mean? Shit like that. So, for real, like Peanut gonna always be, my name. You feel me? Why I say like, because I'm kid to the industry because that's how a lot of people heard of me. You know what I mean? From songs. But people that know me and know about me and you know what I mean, they call me Nut. Like if I go to New Orleans, you ain't gonna never hear nobody be like, kid, kid, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody. You feel me? You ain't gonna hear nobody call me kid in New Orleans. For real, you hear me? They call me Nut. You know what I'm saying? Peanut, you did shit like that. The older niggas, OGs, they call me Lil Kite. You know what I'm saying? Because my daddy name was Kite. You know what I'm saying? His nickname was Kite. They'll call me Lil Kite and shit. You know, for real. But Yeah, man, that was the name, man, for real, bro.
So, kid, for everyone watching, can you let them know where you were born and raised?
New Orleans, man. New Orleans, downtown New Orleans, Ninth Ward, New Orleans. You feel me? Maison Street. You feel me? But I was I've been in Ninth Ward my whole life, but when I was born, I was originally born like in the Desire Projects. You did in the Ninth Ward. You feel me? That's where my whole family from. You know, from my mama's side to my daddy's side. You know what I'm saying? Everybody from the Desire Projects, for real, for real. You know, and I moved on Maison when I was like about like 8, 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? Which is literally like down the street type shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I just felt like, cause like I ain't gonna front like niggas out the project. You come out that project like you just think you harder than everybody. You think you tougher than everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I moved around there, one of my other partners, you know what I'm saying, Lord bless the dead. You did my nigga Fat Rat, you know what I'm saying? He was out of D2. You did, he was out of Desire too. And we just was around there, and as a kid, like you don't, before I got to know everybody around there and stuff like that, you feel me? We was just like we was on some like cause we was already just doing all kind of bad shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we was the type of dudes, bro. Like if we see you, like we better not see you like by yourself, like cause we used to fight for fun. So it was like if we see you, we gonna beat you up. We gonna whatever, you know what I'm saying? And from doing that, that made the older dudes around there, you know what I'm saying? Like just wanted to you did like fuck with us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, man, y'all the niggas, you know what I'm saying? We wilding, whatever, this and that, yeah, and but that's the thing, like at that time, like we was on Maison, but nobody wasn't really like repping Maison, the street. You know what I'm saying? It was just like Nine Wall, you know what I'm saying? Just out the Nine Wall. And we was like, man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas is, like getting it in around there, like for real, for real. You hear me? Like, the older niggas that stay around there, like, these niggas was balling, you hear me? They had money, fucking, you know what I'm saying? You're there, shit, we all hustling around there. You know what I'm
Not to
saying?
mention, Mazan has a pretty cool name. It's a pretty cool. It's like,
Yeah,
yo, Ninth Ward, Mazan. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So it was like, when we started, like really getting into it and shit, like at first like jumping off the porch, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, fuck that. Like, like we repping Midland, like we starting our own fucking you did our own set. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? For real. And I ain't gonna front, bro. Like we held it down, like as far as like, you know, through school and you know what I'm saying? And plus, like nigga name was already just, you know what I'm saying, around you did around the nine wall. Cause that's one thing, bro. Like I always say, bro, the city's so small. You know what I mean? So, just moving around the nine wall, everybody already knew who a nigga was, you know what I'm saying? Just from fighting everybody and all that type of shit. So so when we started, repping Mason and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like the shit just started getting real, you did, cause it was like nigga, we made it to where niggas was scared to come around there. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. And then like once I started really like rapping, like as like getting to notoriety rapping with Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Like that really put Mazeland all the way on the map.
Mm.
You know what I mean? For real, for real.
I was definitely going to ask you about that in a little bit, but I wanted to say, did you live anywhere else other than there? Like, did you ever live any other states?
Nope. Nope, bro. Like nope. And what's crazy, bro? Like I like that. My whole family, man. My whole family, bro. Like I don't have like I didn't have like aunts and uncles and cousins that lived, California. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Go visit, what I'm saying, such and such that
Bel Air.
over here and this and that. Like all my people literally was from the Ninth Ward. You know what I mean? So it was like, wherever I walk or walking around the whole day, it did the whole night water be like, yeah, my cousin is there right here. Yeah, my auntie right here. Yeah, my uncle them right here. Or like, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? So, like I stood in the night water my whole life for real. For real, for real.
A lot of people know you from linking with Lil Wayne with Miss Officer, but you had previously linked with Lil Wayne to form the Squad Up. Can you
Yeah,
tell me how all that occurred?
yeah. Um, through like one of the big homies you did from around the way, Mule, you know what I'm saying? He was real like close friends with Fee and you know what I'm saying, like a lot of other people that was around Wayne. And one day like he told me, he just was like, man, like, man, I'm gonna bring you, I'm gonna bring you up that bottom niggas you dig and let you rap for him. And time went by, you know what I'm saying? And like at the time, like I wasn't really, even thinking about that because, like where we from, bro, like fucking like dreams and shit like just don't exist. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, like when he, just told me that shit, like I just didn't, I ain't really think it was gonna be real. And one day that nigga came got me, man. He came got me, picked me up. Me and my little cousin Mike, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my little cousin Mike. Um, we went up there. I rapped for dude, and it was history. You know what I mean? Like real talk, like it was history for real, for real, for real.
All right, so we got a super chat right here from RS Reviews. He said, Kid, you bodied ejected in London.
Mm,
Who are you talking about in Lord knows? Love from London and Ninth Ward. Salute to Mikey. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah,
mm,
he was mentioning how you was out London, man. Do you
mm.
have any memories of being out London performing?
Yeah, that was for I think that was I think it's pronounced the O2 Arena.
Oh, I've heard of the O2.
Arena. Oh yeah, 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 man. Cause man, hey man, like I get that kind of performance, bro. Anytime I perform, bro, because it's like, I still look at everything as a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I'm real grateful for that type of shit. You know what I mean? And so you gotta think, man, like, like you coming from nothing, you feel me? You be overseas, you in London, you know what I'm saying, in front of thousands of people. Like,
There was thousands in there,
yeah, man, shit. So
and you just gave it your all.
yeah, I'm like, shit, man, what? You did? I'm about to cut all the way up. Yeah, I'm about to cut all the way up for real, for real. But and to answer your next question, you did on that Lord knows, man. I know I told like a couple of stories in there. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be kind of like particular. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
feel me? As far as like what verse you talking about? You know what I mean?
the
For real.
bar.
Yeah, because I talk about one of my homies, you know what I'm saying, that caught a little murder charge or whatever, and and how you know what I'm saying, like we gonna party, you know what I'm saying, okay, you got going whatever, you feel me, and on another verse on that song, I talk about a past like relationship I was in, you know what I'm saying, the chick that like fucked over me when I was down, you know what I'm saying, and on the and on the third verse, you know what I'm saying, I talked about like the rap game. You know what I mean? For real, I talked about the rap game. You feel me? As far as like how people would, like try to like hold you back, like type shit and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? For real, because cause in that verse I detail how, like I can't, I'm not gonna talk about cars and you know what I'm saying, and money and all, just all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? For real, you dig? I like talking about the struggle. You feel me? Cause no matter what I went through, bro, how much money I made or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It was always a struggle for me. You feel me? Always a struggle for me. You did what there was a struggle, inside of me. You know what I'm saying? A struggle going on around me. You feel me? Or just struggling to fucking get the music out. You know what I mean? For real, like it was always a struggle, and I like to talk about that. I like to rap about shit that I know. You know what I mean?
So going back to the O2 Arena real quick with 50 was
Hmm.
is that you and 50 and a Yayo thing? Was 50 performing his part on Ejected too? I know Lil Wayne is
He
on that
don't. He
track
don't.
as
Man,
well.
50 don't have a verse on ejected.
Oh,
Yeah.
50 wasn't doing Ejected.
Nah, 50. He don't. He don't have a verse on that song.
So he
Yeah.
just wanted to jump on that song.
You know. Yeah. Yeah. He actually. Yeah. Like he actually like wanted the song like for himself type shit. You know what I mean? For real. That was one of the ones like, nah, man, I'm keeping this one, bro.
That would have been the Street King Immortal single, I think.
I'm like, man, I'm keeping this one, bro. For real, bro. Like, cause it was a couple of songs, man, that that it was like that. Like we'll do the song, like I'll do the song or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he'll just be like, yo, you know what I mean? Like I want to use it or whatever. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
feel me?
I was going through a lot of those songs and you absolutely body a lot of those tracks like the shooting guns, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna go over all those though, man, but you absolutely
yeah.
body. And then there's that one track. We'll get to it in a little bit. So so man, I want to ask you, you had spoke about it a little bit earlier, but what did that do for everybody on Mazan and what did that do for everyone you knew when Lil Wayne started rocking with y'all and Squad
Man,
Up formed?
hey man, I'm gonna tell you, man, just me alone, bro. Like going as far, like as I went with it and shit, bro. It gave the whole city hope. You know what I'm saying? Like it made everybody want to rap. It made everybody feel like they could do it. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, it's like like man, that's like you feel me? Like I'm not one of them dudes that just came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? For real, like
Built up
like
the name.
yeah, like it's people that actually know me. So for them to, what I mean, like see me actually doing this shit, it's like, yo, like man, I could, man, I know I could do it if he could do it. You know what I'm saying? For real, and like I was a lot of inspiration for a lot of niggas, man, for real, and I get that all the time. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I get that all the time, bro. Like, like the youngers and shit come run up to me or whatever and just be like, yo, bro, like you my motivation, bro. You my inspiration, bro. You one of the reasons I started doing this shit, and you know what I mean? Because I was always one of them dudes, man. Like I could be just getting off tour, you know what I'm saying? Whole worldwide tour, whatever, this and that. You know what I'm saying? I'm right back in the hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right back in the hood. Like, right back at the block parties and you did shit like that, you feel me? Because I was still living, my same regular life.
Evidently,
You know what I mean?
after you got the call from 50 Cent,
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
to your regular life.
Yeah. No matter like what it was, man, doing, the Wayne shit, everything. You know what I'm saying? I was still me. You feel me? Like I was still me, still, just hanging around the same people, still doing, all the same shit. You feel me? So, like that gave, like I said, like that gave a lot of, a lot of people hope. You know what I'm saying? For real. That gave a lot of people hope, man. For real, for real.
So how did it work with Wayne bringing y'all in? Was it like Squad Up? Did it become Cash Money? Like how did all that work?
It was like when I got with dude and everything, like he was just like starting to like just think of a name or whatever and stuff like that for real, and that's how Young Money actually like was started. You know what I'm saying? For real, because it was like I guess he just wanted, some artists or whatever first, and like once I got with him and stuff, it's like we started thinking of all that after we got in the studio and went to recording and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's when we started just coming up with the, like, yeah, we're gonna call us ourselves Young Money and shit like that. Now as far as like the squad name, like him and his Lapanas and everything, which was like, like Gutter Gutter and T Streets and Mario and Sam and all them, like they was already like his friends. They was already calling themselves Squad. You know what I mean? They was already calling themselves that. That was just like their little clique. You know what I'm saying? But when I came around, it turned into a rap thing.
So, in retrospect, I want to ask, do you really think you were a good fit for Cash Money or Young Money? Looking back at it, how do you think it?
Um, yeah, man. Like, we all from New Orleans, and you know what I'm saying. It was like, it was a New Orleans thing. You know what I'm saying? It was a New Orleans thing, bro. Like, no matter, like how you look at it, you feel me? Like, man, Wayne on the track is, like you could hear the chemistry. You could, you know what I'm saying? You could really like feel that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real. Like for real.
Yeah, because I know you had told me that Squad Up built a buzz to where you guys took a meeting with Jay Z,
Yep.
but
Yep.
Birdman was also interested.
Yep. Yep. But that was after like we like separated from Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
As a squad. Like we separated from Wayne, you feel me? And we did our own thing for a minute. You feel me? We did our own thing for a minute. And that's when we, took the meeting with Jay Z and shit like that. And of course, like, Baby was interested in shit. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we was the hottest shit in the city. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, so, yeah, man, for real. Like, all that shit was cool, but, niggas just ain't, you know, I don't know, man. It did, like, niggas just wasn't right, I guess. Yeah, for real.
Did you guys actually go back to take that meeting with Birdman though, or was it more like you
Uh,
heard they were interested thing?
nah, nah, nah. We ain't never, like going to meet with dude. You know what I mean? Because you got to think about it like this too, bro. Like, you can't just, like walk away from Wayne and then go fuck with Baby.
It would have looked crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Not even look crazy, but you'll put yourself in a crazy predicament. You know what I'm saying? For real. Even though, but the thing is, like, no matter what, like, even though, like, it still would have been all good and shit like that because, like, we all know each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody know each other, you feel me? And, niggas been around niggas for years and shit like that. So, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it still would have been like, like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That just wouldn't have been just always solid type shit.
Yeah, Wayne would have had to been with the group if that was the case.
Mhm. Well, not necessarily, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily, you feel me? But it just
Well,
would,
he should have been with the group if that was the case then. You know what I mean? If you guys were going to do the deal with Birdman, it would have probably only been right.
yeah. But that's the thing, man. Around that time, bro, like, a lot of people don't know, man. Like, Wayne always wanted to separate himself from Baby, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like all that little shit that they went through and stuff, you know what I'm saying? He did a couple years ago and shit like, man, dude been, wanted to separate himself from Baby. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
he had the opportunity when Jay-Z came to him and tried to sign him
Yeah,
to Def Jam.
yeah, yeah.
But Birdman offered him, you know what I mean? The president, I think he offered him being the president of Cash Money or something
Nah,
like that at that point.
nah, I don't think it was that, bro. It's just like when you around people like for your whole life and shit, man. Like no matter what, you know what I mean? Cause I ain't gonna front like what I realized with Wayne. Like, and with Bib and shit, like, it wasn't really about the money. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really about the money, man. It was just more like, look, man, like, we family, whatever, shit like that. You know what I mean? You gotta think, man, like, Wayne been around Bib since he was like, I think like 12, 13 years old.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
maybe
That
younger than
shit.
that.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. And like when you around people that really like put you in the game and all that there, man. No matter what they doing, you know what I'm saying, behind closed doors and shit, you gonna always feel like you owe them. You know what I'm saying? You gonna always feel like you owe them something. You feel me? Because they did something for you you did when nobody else did. You know, and I think that's what it was that Wayne was, like kind of holding on to. And plus, you gotta think, like Wayne was all baby had at one time.
Yo, Kid, did you ever have a relationship with BG? And do you think you guys will record when he gets home in the next few days?
Um, I never, I never really like had a real like personal relationship with BG. You know what I'm saying? Like I just met his son not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? A couple months ago. You know what I mean? Shout out to that boy, man. He did cooler nigga. I never really had a real relationship with BG, but we know so many of the same people. You know what I'm saying? For real. What a lot of people don't know, before he was rapping Uptown and all that shit there, you know what I'm saying? That nigga stayed off Mazak. That nigga stayed around Mazak. Yeah. Yeah. See, it's a lot of shit for real, bro. Like, you stay around there and like when he used to be like certain places, you know what I'm saying? And moving around downtown, you know what I'm saying, hollering at my people and shit, like getting this shit, you know what I'm saying? Cause at the time, like, he was, like he was drugging, you know what I'm saying? He was drugging and, you know, you know what I'm saying, whenever he'll go around and, you know what I'm saying, get nigga call me. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? They got PG right here. Woo, you know what I'm saying? Nigga put him on the phone. You're there, we'll, talk or whatever. But we never, like, really linked up and, you know what I'm saying? And chilled or nothing like that. You feel me? Now, we done been in insane spots together. You know what I mean? Shit like that. You hear me? But, like, we never really, really, like, really, really linked like that.
He got sentenced to 14 years for some for gun possession charge. The
Yeah.
laws in New Orleans are that crazy?
Man, nah, it ain't. It wasn't just about the gun possession, man. It was, like when you got a track record, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got track record, bro. They add all that shit to it. You know what I mean? For real, Like when you get caught with something over like 3, 4 times, you know what I'm saying? They gonna hit you with a, they gonna hit you with a big sentence. You feel me? For
Well,
real.
free BG, man, free B Jizzle.
Yeah, man, free Jizzle, man, for real, man. In New Orleans, we got the free BG Fridays. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
For real, man. Free Doogie.
Did you get a chance to hear the Game dissing Eminem on the new song, The Black Slim Shady?
Oh, man, I ain't gonna. When I first seen it on YouTube, I pressed play. I heard like 2 minutes. I looked and I saw it was 10 minutes. I said, "Oh man, I can't listen to 10 minutes of him actually trying to rap like Eminem." You know what I mean? And then probably like it took like my homie to call me and be like, man, you heard that shit, blah blah blah. I'm like, man, I try to listen to it, bro, but I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, nah, man, just listen to it because I want to hear your opinion from a rapper standpoint, type shit. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I listened to the whole thing, the whole 10 minutes. Um, I would say the first 6 minutes, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Toward the end, like, he was alright, you feel me? But the fact that he rapped the whole fucking song, like, it's like he tried to take Eminem style, you know what I'm saying? And do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's I felt like he shouldn't have did that, you know, because that kind of like took away from everything. Because that's not you. You feel me? And from what you say on interviews and shit, like, like you better than him and all this and this and that. Like, man, you supposed to show him that you better than him. So you supposed to do you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
do you? You feel me? Because Cause one thing about it, like you ain't gonna beat Eminem at his own style, bro. Like you not about to, what I'm saying? Like you can't do that at all. You feel me? So
Well,
you
what
feel like
not to interrupt you, kid, I don't want to cut you off from your train of thought, but what
Mhm.
about the fact that he flipped a lot of the things like 8 Mile style, like the fact that he didn't get chose on Change Your Heart, but he also said Mariah didn't choose you either.
um I don't know, bro. Like, cause I can't remember none of the shit that he said on there for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like like line for line type stuff. Like I can't really remember exactly like everything that he said. You feel me? But that's but one thing you can't take away from the game, the nigga could rap his ass off. You feel me? Like that's why I say, bro. Like he was supposed to come on there and do him. You know what I'm saying? And be him. You feel me? Because when I heard it's a 10 minute disc, I'm like, damn. I'm thinking of remember that time he put out a fucking I think it was a 10 minute disc in 50 or some shit.
300 bars.
Yeah, 300 balls. I'm thinking it's some shit like that. You feel me? So I'm locked in. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to be locked in. You feel me? Cause one thing I'm gonna say, bro, like, I fucks with game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, not personally, I don't really know him, you know what I'm saying? Like that or nothing. I never really officially met him, you did. I met him before with Wayne, but I never, you know. But at the same time, like, dude could really rap. You know what I'm saying? And I like that aspect of homie. You know what I mean? Like he really, really could rap. So I'm waiting to hear some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the 300 bars. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of flow. You know what I mean? Like like being you. You feel me? Like but him on that bitch and trying to sound like him. It just took everything away from it for me. You know what I mean? For real. Like it took everything away from it. Like for real. Because him like Like that's the thing it did. Like niggas say what they want about the music he been putting out or whatever, and all of that. But if it's time to diss somebody, if it's time to a diss track, he gonna go crazy. You feel me? Like that's one thing. You heard me? He would go fucking crazy on your ass. Like
So on the game's debut album, he rapped "Someone called Dre quick, tell him M just killed me on my own shit." But now the game says he's better than Eminem. Do you think do you think he's going to be able to stand up to M when he responds? Or if he
I
responds?
don't. Yeah, I don't think Eminem gonna respond, man. I don't think he gonna respond, bro. Like how? Why should he? It's like you rapped like Eminem on the song, so it's like fuck. That's his response right there. Like what I'm saying. But but no, I don't think him even gonna respond, man. You know what I'm saying? But the thing with Game, bro, like Game just knows what to say. You know what I'm saying? To keep itself relevant and keep itself talked about. You know what I mean? Like you can never name one Game interview a Game song. Like any song Game is on, he gonna mention some kind of rapper, some like he use the name drop king, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He
He
recently
name
linked up with
drop.
Kanye.
I remember say, bro. I remember at one point you could turn on the Game record and he about to say something about Dr. Dre. He about to mention Dre name some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? For real, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So, like that's what he do, man. Like he always gonna, like talk about another artist or you know what I mean, shit like that. Whether it's, you know what I'm saying, not all the time is about dissing another artist, but just, mentioning, you know what I mean, like another artist. You know what I mean? For real. Just somebody famous, period. Like he gonna always mention it in his music. For real.
What do you make of the game saying that Kanye West did more for him than Dr. Dre in 2 weeks.
That's man, that's super cap, son. I like that shit. I ain't gonna front, bro. When I heard that shit, I said, "Is this nigga stupid, bro?" Like, bro, don't like, cause I ain't gonna front. Sometimes people be in the moment. You know what I'm saying? They be in the moment. You feel me? And you might have somebody that actually did do something great for you. You know what I mean? But don't say that he did more for you than this and that because just because it sound good at the time. You know what I'm saying? For real, yeah. I think he only said that to you know to make Kanye feel special or you know what I mean or whatever. But like I like me personally, just speaking from the outside looking in, also because real talk, you never know what the fuck Kanye did for him. Kanye probably did do some shit for him. You know what I mean? You never know. You know what I mean? But from the outside looking in, like for to a nigga like me, bro, like you can't say that, man, because without especially a Dr. Dre, nobody would even, like it wouldn't be no game. Like nobody would really know who you is. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody would know who you is. You know what I'm saying? Like Dre put you in the game. You used Dre to get where you needed to be. You know what I'm saying? For real. For real, bro. Like this is Dr. Dre who we talking about. You know what I'm saying? For real, bro. And at the same time, you gotta think about it. I don't think he got, like, a good relationship with them dudes as it is. You feel me? Like I don't think he got a good relationship with Dre and all that, like right now. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing for him to say that. You feel me? Cause it's like fuck, he ain't fucking with them niggas anyway. So, you know.
Looking back at it, you must have seen this as, when you were a younger artist. The Game releases 2 singles with 50, Hate It or Love It, How
Oh
We Roll.
yeah.
Then they immediately start beefing.
What? Yeah, man. What? Man, I hated the level was one of my favorite tracks, bro. Still go down as one of my favorite tracks. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a good, like, motivational song for a nigga. You know what I mean? For real, for real. Just being like, my whole career I was an underdog. You know what I mean? For real, like, so, that was like the underdog anthem right there.
On top. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, like, that was always one of my favorites, for real. For real, for real. But yeah, man, like when they started beefing, I didn't really understand that. Like I know, like the reason behind it was because he was, you know, just being cool with, what I'm saying, with other artists that 50 was beefing with and shit like that. You know what I mean? Um, and like just being honest, man. I felt like he ain't really had to be that because at the end of the day, like dude coming away from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? For real, bro. And it's like he probably already had like, relationships with these other artists. You know what I'm saying? Before he ever probably met 50 and and shit like that. You feel me? So, you know, all that was just more like he ain't really like into what I'm saying, like the beef that they got going on with him. You know what I mean? For real. Because even when 50 explained the situation with him in Game, you know what I'm saying? He put it like, he just was a nigga that Dr. Dre brung around and, you know what I'm saying, wanted to get him on and he gave the nigga records and whatever, this and that. You feel me? So, and that's the thing. Like, so if it was like that, then it shouldn't even really matter who he affiliated himself with or who he, you know what I mean? Shit like that, So, like, you can't let that type of shit, get in the way of the business. You know what I mean? For real, For real, for real. For
So do you think 50 Cent will respond to the Game doing this? You don't think Eminem will respond? And also, I wanted to ask you, man, you was
real.
cool with Fifth. Fifth and M were mad cool. Did 50 ever introduce you to Eminem?
Yeah. Hell yeah, yeah. I met him at well, we all performed together. You know what I'm saying? Like probably like two, three times. You know what I mean? For real, like like two or three times. I ain't gonna front, right? Fire story, bro. You hear me? I'm saying this a real nigga moment right here. You know what I'm saying? For real, you hear me? For 50.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Look, it's a real nigga moment. You hear me? Real talk. We backstage. We backstage. We had the fucking what jacket was? It was the fucking the money team jackets. You hear me? We had the money team jackets, right? 50 had two of them. You know what I'm saying? He had one, and he gave me one. You feel me? But the one that he gave me was still, just hanging up, like on the rack or whatever. You know what I mean? Because we still, backstage. They ready to perform. You feel me?
Yep.
M comes back there. Boom. They're like, oh shit, this nigga M. Yeah, I'm saying, damn. You feel me? Like M comes back there. Upon, spoke to him, everything, you know what I'm saying? He had a few people around him and shit crying him, oh, Marshall, whatever. He did, whatever they talk about. So,
You actually got to speak to M. Was he like, you the
yeah,
new G Unit guy, or you been
nah,
rolling with
he
50?
ain't nah, we ain't really had no conversation. It was just like, he came in there, actually like fifth, you know what I'm saying? Like introduce us. Like when he came in there, he was like, yo, this kid, whatever. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit, him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's up, bro? Shook his hand and shit, you know what I mean? And then him and 50 went to talking, right? So look, so one of his assistants was like, "Oh my God, Marshall wanted this jacket or whatever, this and that." Talking about the money team jacket. You feel me? That was supposed to be mine.
Yep.
You feel me? Now look, now me in my head, I'm thinking, "Oh shit, fuck that jacket gone." And you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, who am I to stop Eminem from getting this fucking jacket? You know what I'm saying? Because Fifth just like it was just one of them things like, Fifth just walked in like, yo, kid, you know what I'm saying? You can have this jacket, you know what I'm saying? I got the other one or whatever. So, when he comes in, and so when the assistant said that, M really like went to the he really went to the rack, you know what I'm saying? He got the jacket and shit, you know what I'm saying? Pulling that boy, tried it on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just sitting there. At this point, I ain't even worrying about the fucking jacket. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit,
And once
it,
the jacket is, it is what it is.
yeah, yeah, like like the boy Fifth was like, oh nah, man. You know what I'm saying? I get at the kid. You know what I'm saying? It's his jacket or whatever, blah blah blah. I was like, damn, like
That is a real
yeah,
one.
yeah, like he a real nigga for that. Like, you know what I mean? For real, for real. I ain't no cap. I was like, he a real nigga for that. For real. Even though it was something as simple as a jacket. You know what I'm saying? It was just, what I'm saying? Like, that showed a lot of his character to me. You know what I
Right.
mean? For real. And this is around the time, like, like we probably like three months in as far as like me fucking with him, you feel me? This is like when I first met him, you hear me? For real. Like, I'm still like I said, I still had the shit bag on, everything, you know what I mean? For
Right.
real. You hear me? So, I was just like, damn, that's some real nigga shit right there. You know what I mean? For real, yeah.
And what happened then? You
For real.
was M like, oh, it's Kid's jacket? I respect that. Or were you like,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
M, take the jacket?
yeah, nah, he just he put it back on the rack, right? The assistant though, now the assistant, they felt some kind of way. You feel me? Yeah, like whoever
Oh, Eminem can't wear this jacket.
yeah, they was on some shit like one Marshall wanted the jacket and this and that, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? They was on some snobbish who the fuck is you
Right.
type of shit. You know what I'm saying? For real, you hear me? So, I'm just really just cooling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying nothing, you feel me, all the time because it's like, fuck, ain't nothing but you know what I'm saying? Fucking jacket. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. You feel me? Like, but you know, they'll like the sisters were trying to make a big deal about it, but long story short, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I ended up with that. I ended up leaving with that motherfucker. For real, for real.
So that was dope, man. That was crazy. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? The
yeah.
Eminem story was nuts. You left with the jacket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for real. I had that jacket in my closet for years. For years and years. That I still got it. You know what I'm saying? It's by my mom's house though. I still got it.
I want to speak about Gillie the Kid and Lil Wayne. Were you around when the two of them were actually both on Cash Money? And did your paths ever cross?
Man, I've been like I've been met Gilly, man. Yeah, like I was there. You know what I'm saying, when he was around. But Gilly was more like, like with Babe and him. You know what I mean? Like when we was fucking with Wayne, like real tell like Wayne always kept us with him. You feel me? So we only, like we hung with Wayne, you feel me? Uh but yeah, like I met Gilly a few times or whatever, but we wasn't around when they fell out and shit. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like we wasn't around like when they fell out and shit though. For real. For real, for real.
So, first and foremost, I want to ask, do you believe that there's any truth to Gilly writing for Wayne? Did you ever see Wayne as the type of cat that needed someone to write for
Oh,
him? We all know he spit off the top of the dome later in his career.
yeah. Well, but I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? It probably wasn't that kind of situation. Like as far as like, him writing for Wayne and shit. It probably was something that Gilly probably said, that Wayne probably took and put in the verse. You know. Like I could see that happening because Wayne did that to me a lot. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, even like when it came down to me, like real talk, bro, it'd have been like, yo, like, man, bro, like, it's crazy, bro. Like, I ain't never like, really talk about it like publicly to people and shit, but bro, like, it's a lot of like cover verses, bro. Like, that homie, you know what I'm saying? Like, done took and revised, you know what I'm saying? For him and shit. You know what I mean? For real. So, but I never say like I wrote for him. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. You know what I'm saying? But I could see that type of situation happening. You feel me? But as far as actually just sitting down and write something for me, like nah, I don't see that happening. You know what I mean? Like I don't see that happening. At all.
Even when he was spitting off the top of the dome, just going into the booth, I mean, somebody could say something in conversation. Maybe you hear it on a record 10 minutes later. Is this the type of thing you're talking about?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. You know what I mean? For real, like shit like that. You know what I mean? Or it could have been like, they probably did a song, Gilly probably spit some fire shit on something. You know what I'm saying? And and Wayne probably, what I'm saying, used, a couple of his bars, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But as artists too, I'm not gonna front, bro. Sometimes like you could rap some shit and hear somebody else song that they say the same shit. You know what I mean? For real. Because I'm being honest, bro. Like it's so many songs like that I got. You feel me? That like niggas, be dropping their music and shit, come out and shit. I hear some of these niggas say the same shit that I say. You know what I mean? Nah, you know what I mean? Like who am I to be like, oh man, damn that nigga must have heard that shit and took my shit. You know what I mean? Like, nah, you feel me? For niggas probably was feeling the way I was feeling. You know what I'm saying? At that time. You did for real. You hear me? Shit. Like, it's up to me as an artist, like go back, take that scrap that shit. You know what I mean? For real, you hear me? For get more creative about your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like facts, though. You know what I mean? For real. But like even like, well, look, like Funny story. Let me them drop some history for you.
Okay, let's go.
Back in the day, like with the squad shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I started Wayne with that, like, like rapping off the dome and shit. You know what I mean? Real talk. And it ain't like this ain't nothing like, oh, I just told him to start doing it. Nah, you did like when we used to like record with the squad, we was doing the squad up shit. Wayne used to come to the studio, bro, with like 10 tablets and you know what I'm saying? For real, dog. Like that nigga's there like 10 fucking rap books, pages of raps, you know what I'm saying, stacked up on the table and shit.
Oh, computer tablets.
Nah, not computer tablets, like the writing tablets. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, like just buku, pages of raps, you know what I'm saying, that he had that he wrote down. And at that time, like cause like I said, bro, like I never thought that I'd be in that position. So I didn't have a lot of raps like that. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Mm,
So I'm not about to tell him that. You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
when it was time to record, and he'd be like, "Yo, kid, like, like your time, you know what I'm saying? Your turn to get in that bitch." I'm not about to turn around and say, "Oh, I don't got no rap. Hold up, wait till I write a rap." And you know what I mean? Shit like that. Like I'm not about to do that. You hear me? Niggas playing like fuck that. You hear me? Like put me in that motherfucker. So, I was getting in there and like I didn't have a rap. So I'm making that shit up as it, you know what I'm saying, as it going on. You feel me? And and real talk, bro, like after probably like about 2, 3 songs of doing that, that shit just started clicking to me. Real talk, bro. And like since then, I haven't wrote a rap since then. Like real talk. And but as like probably like a week or something go by, you heard me? They like everybody started noticing that shit. And they're like, nigga, you freestyling that shit? Like you yeah. I'm like, well, nah, I ain't really freestyling it. Like, I'm thinking of the shit, you know what I'm saying? And you feel me? Like, nigga stop, punch in, come back, you feel me? Shit like that, you hear me? But I ain't leaving out that booth until I finish my verse. You know what I mean? And just so happened, like, that shit was just coming, like, you feel me? So like he called that shit and he was just like, man, fuck that. Like they like fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if not doing that shit, I'm about to do this shit too and whatever this and that. You know what I mean? For real. And we ended up what song that was we did? We did uh it was on the squad mixtape. Huh, damn. But long story short, like you know what I'm saying, like he went in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he did his shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He was in that. Because every time, like, when I was with Wayne, bro, whenever he used to record, he used to like me to be, like, in the booth with him. You know, I don't know why. Like, that nigga just be like, okay, man, come stay in the booth with a nigga. And you know what I'm saying? I guys used to hype him up and shit. You feel me? But shit, like he started doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's still like, he had his raps, his rap sheets, you know what I'm saying? That he wrote also. You feel me? But as time went on, you know what I mean, that's how he just started to record, you know what I mean? For real. But I was already doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was doing it at a fast pace. You know what I mean? For real, for real, like I was doing my shit at a fast pace, shit did. Like Wayne, like he'll get in there, he'll say like 2 bars, you know what I'm saying? 1 bar, 2 bar, you know what I'm saying? Then, he'll sit, you know what I'm saying, think for like about 10, 20, 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Then, then come back with another bar, you feel me? Shit like that, you feel me? For real. Like which is way smarter to do, you know what I mean? For real, but like I said, like at that time, like he was, top level talent. So he already knew, like he knew what to say
Yeah.
on beat. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you had seen the clip, but Machine Gun Kelly was saying that Lil Wayne came to record a song on his album. I think his new rock influenced music, I'd have to say it is. And he said he went out to write the record or on his phone, I guess, and he smoked 15 blunts, kid. So when you say like you couldn't take your
Yeah,
time to write the record when it was your turn, because people would be taking their time to write some shit. That's why you kind of had to pop in there on the fly, I guess.
yeah, man, for real. But like I said, like with dude, like like he knew what he wanted to say. Like for me, it was more like I know I'm just about to getting that bit talk some street shit, and you know what I mean. So that's why like shit was just coming fast for me. But as I started, really being around him and seeing how uh just more like articulate he was with the bars that he was saying. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And everything being really well thought out of, you know what I mean? Instead of just rapping, you know what I'm saying? And just rapping, you feel me? Like I was like, okay, you know what I mean? And that shit kinda, just made me better and just being in the studio, period. You know what I mean, with somebody that just loved the being there. You know what I mean? For real. Like he was one of them dudes like he loved to be in the studio for real, bro. Like we'll be in the studio all day, leave from the studio, get on the tour bus, and set the studio up on the tour bus. You know what I mean? For real, bro. And like that always let me know, like man, and for a person like me, like I always felt like I gotta work just as hard as dude and even harder. You know what I mean? Because this is where I'm trying to be. You know. So yeah, man. Shout out to Doodoo. Shout out to home.
That's what's up, man. So, recently Gilly the Kid has had major success with $1 million worth of game.
Shout out to Gil.
Yeah, it seemed like he was trying to get Lil Wayne on the show, but everything went left. Did you catch that whole story of Gilly and Lil Wayne coming together, shaking hands, and separating within seconds?
Um, like I would have loved to see that. I would have loved to see, Wayne up there. You know what I'm saying? And and them talking and what I'm saying? Shit like that. You feel me? Cause then, cause then, you would have got the actual story that everybody wanna know. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? For real, cause then you could have got to the well, you said you rolled for me. Well, yeah, nigga, this song right here, and you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like you would have got down to whatever you really wanted to know about the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? For real, but to see how everything kind of like went left. You feel me? Like that was, what I mean? That shit was crazy. Cause like for a nigga like me, it's like, when you actually like know niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like in real life, all that type of shit is just like certain shit you feel like it ain't even called for. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Do you think Lil Wayne will do the interview, or do you think that's a dub?
Oh, yeah, he ain't gonna do it, man. He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it. I wish he would, but he ain't gonna do it. It'll be great. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of feel like if that meeting didn't go left and they had left it at a first introduction, they could have continued to work at getting the interview done. Or
Man,
do you think it just isn't going to happen because of the history?
yeah, I'm gonna tell you, like, man, Wayne, like he, you know, he not gonna, like if it's like a real like confrontation type of thing, you know what I'm saying? He not gonna approach it like, you know what I'm saying, for real. So like, he wasn't really gonna do it from jump, for real. Cause that's one thing about it, man. If you want to make something happen, it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna happen. You did regardless. Cause think of even with all right, give you a scenario, right? I just like this. The problem that Birdman had with the Breakfast Club didn't stop Birdman from going on the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You feel me? Like, for real, like he still went on the Breakfast Club, even though he felt however the fuck he felt, and he let them know how he felt. You know what I'm saying? He let them know how he felt. You feel me?
Shut them down in just a few words.
Yeah, and the same thing, like, that, cause that's how you supposed to approach shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause like this internet extra shit, bro, like that shit there, like we ain't come from that era, for one. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't come from that era, bro. So and the thing is, bro, like these like internet trolls and you know what I'm saying, and just followers and shit like that, they make shit way worse than what it should be. For real, bro. Like they make shit way way worse than it should be, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's gonna always tell a lot of people relationships further apart, you know what I'm saying, than actually coming together. You feel me? Because they always gonna feel like they got shit to prove to a bunch of motherfuckers that could, you know what I'm saying, that really don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? For real, bro. Like, and that shit crazy.
So, kid, can we talk about the G Unit deal? Some contracts are for a particular amount of albums. Some say artists signed to G Unit to do mixtapes. Did did you end up completing your G Unit contract?
Yeah, man. I wasn't signed to 50 as an artist. You know what I mean? Like I never was signed to do it as an artist, man. Like we had a partnership agreement deal, which is where, like whatever I choose to release, whatever, whatever I want to do, you feel me? Like his job was just to, push me through the doors that I can't push through myself. You know what I'm saying? But like but during that process, we just ended up becoming like friends. You know what I'm saying? And I had it down that was like a whole like year before I could even really, drop something of my own, you feel me? Because I was still healing. You feel me? I had the shit bag on, what I'm saying? My movement, yeah, I better fucking move and shit. I had just got shot up and shit. So, it was just a lot going on and shit like that. And I ain't gonna front like but it's crazy, right? Like that agreement deal, was for like a year, just 1 year. You know what I'm saying? So that shit would like that agreement deal that we had, that shit been was up. You know what I'm saying? Before we even dropped anything. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, before you even really heard a kid and you know what I'm saying? 50 Cent song. Well, no, I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? Because we did put out haters. You know what I'm saying? With Mio and Charlie Lowe and you know what I'm saying? We did drop a few records or whatever. But before we really got into like my own shit, you know what I'm saying? Like our contract was up and everything, you feel me? But we didn't got so cool, you know what I mean? For real and stuff. We just, kept working. You know what I'm saying? Like we kept working and shit. For real, yeah. Like we kept working and shit. For real, for real.
Even when it came to the G Unit, situation, even when it came to 50 saying, "Hey, kid, I'm actually gonna
Yeah.
be performing." How did that whole thing go when G Unit reformed?
Um, like for me, like I had got a call right from Kai Miller. I was in New Orleans and
From
Kai
who?
and Kai Miller, he's 50 Cent engineer, you
Okay.
know. So Kai Miller calls me and he's like, "Yo, can you get to the studio today?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm at the studio now." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Can you, He's like, "All right, I'm about to send you these records. I'm about to send you these two records." And I'm like, "All right, bet." He was like, "Look, all I'm gonna tell you is you like the fifth person on now." So I'm like, "All right," you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, you feel me?
Yeah, you had
So,
just done the Shorty Low record, so maybe you know what I mean?
huh?
You had just done some records with like Shorty Low and
Nah, this
stuff.
was way after. This was, like after, Charlotte Low.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? This was like way after Charlotte Low. And then I'm talking about like, like you said, like when G Unit, reformed and got back together. Like this is how I found out everybody was back together. You feel me? When Kai he sung the record, the first one he sang was I think it was the I'm talking about. Cause we did like, a few tracks over other people's beats. He sent me that and he sent me like another one. And I did my verses. I did my verses on the tracks. And this was without, hearing everybody else, what everybody else did. Um, I did it, sent it to him, went to New York. When I got back to New York, everybody was there. You know what I'm saying? And we linked and I think it was summer jam time. Time of summer jam. And I ain't gonna front, bro. Like I went straight into fan mode. Like just like just seeing, you know what I mean? Like, just seeing just everybody, all these niggas together and you know what I mean? It's like I'm like, damn, like I can't believe that I'm here with these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't believe this shit. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like even though, you know what I mean, at that time, me and Yayo then got cool because we been traveling together and all that shit there. You did. With Banks, I've been like like before the union and shit, bro, like I've been knowing Banks. You know what I'm saying? I met Banks on plenty of occasions. You know what I mean? Met Banks a couple of times. Buck, a lot of my people, like from New Orleans and shit, they knew Buck from him used to come, coming down Cash Money days. You know what I'm saying? When Buck, look, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. When Buck was snorting that G Unit South shit, you know what I'm saying? My people linked me with Buck. You feel me? To fuck with him with the G Unit South shit. You know,
Oh,
like real talk, real talk. You know what
yep.
I'm saying? But
Cash
like,
Girl Unit South.
yeah, look, we had one conversation about it, but but like that was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never talked back to him or, nothing like that. You feel me? And so it was like, like seeing all them together, like I was a fan of, just the whole G Unit, you know, period. You know what I'm saying? Of them just, all them being in one room and shit again. You feel me? Like I was a fan of that. But, everybody it was like we all just knew everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was already familiar with me, So it was just like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Kid, blah, blah, blah. Like it's like we all had like, little stories with me. You know what I mean? For real. Like Buck was like, what's up, man, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Man, I just talked to my people, such and such, they dig, and they was telling like, yeah, bro, yeah. Man, remember me with the this, with the, you know what I'm saying? And you like, yeah, man, this and that, you dig, We didn't get the banks, yeah, man, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, remember, woo, 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 for real. Like I had so many fucking, bro. I had so many pictures with banks, bro. Like before I really got with 50 and shit.
So let me ask you, man,
Yeah.
if you could tell me, how did you originally met Banks? Like, what type of relationship did you on it?
We didn't really have a relationship. Like it was just more, like we went to the club. You know what I'm saying? Like I was moving around and shit, and I go to the club. I see him at the fucking club. You know what I'm saying? And and the niggas who I was with, you know what I'm saying? Like they was, like official niggas out there. So it was like, and they were Queens niggas. You know what I'm saying? Niggas from Queens. And so when they see Bank, they like, yo, man, you did Bank, yo, Banks, you know what I'm saying? Did meet my little, you know what I'm saying? Meet my little nigga, you know what I'm saying? Kid, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You did rap, whatever, whoop, whoop, whoop. You know what I'm saying? Like we linked like that. You feel me? Took a picture, whatever, this and that. and then it'll be like probably like one or two down the line. You feel me? I'll be in another spot and run into him again. You know what I'm saying? For real, you hear me? And run into him again, and it just was going on like that for like probably like a whole year. You know what I'm saying? For real, I just was running into him like everywhere. Everywhere went like running into him and shit.
So yo, take me into it when you
Him
guys.
man and Uncle Murder. You know what I'm saying? For real, him and Uncle Murder. That shit crazy.
So you guys go to Summer Jam that day. Is this the time when Nas graces the stage with
Oh,
y'all?
oh my god, bro! Like I don't know if you could see if you could see my face and my reaction, bro, the whole time, bro, we was on that stage, bro. Like from the time we stepped out there to everything, bro, I was smiling my ass off. Like, bro, like I was just like astounded because I felt like it was a dream come true. You know what I mean? Like as an artist, like, cause niggas could talk that shit all they want, but as an artist, like you always have these like what I want to call it, like mountains that you want to climb. You know what I'm saying? And to perform on Summer Jam is one of the major things that artists could do. You know what I mean? For real, like it's one of the most major shits an artist could do.
Yep.
And for me, like all that shit was like, like dreams for me. You know what I'm saying? Performing at Summer Jam, fucking rapping on Funk Flex and you know what I'm saying? All that type of shit like was dream like, that's like part of my little rap dreams. You know what I'm saying? To do that kind of shit. You
Definitely.
feel me? And like, man, I'm just up there and I'm doing it and I'm just like, man, what the fuck? Like, I can't believe you know what I'm saying? I can't believe I'm really like doing that shit. You know what I mean? For real, yeah. I'm up here on Summer Jam. I'm surrounded by legends. You feel me? This nigga Nas is right here. Everybody listen to this nigga every day. Like even to this day. You know what I'm saying? I listen to fucking Nas, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real, like a lot of his old shit. You know what I'm saying? I got the new shit he dropped too, but I love the old Nas. You know what I'm saying? Man, bro, like that shit was epic for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm mad that I couldn't stop and take a picture with this nigga. You know what I mean? For real, you hear me? And the thing is, like, if I would like niggas like him, bro, like that wouldn't have been no picture that I would have posted for Instagram and all that. No, bro, that would have been a picture I would have blew up and had posted on my fucking wall. You know what I mean? For real, you know what I mean? Cause he was one of
Gilly,
those.
Gilly be freaking out when he sees Nas and shit. He always be talking. Some of these legends in the
Yeah,
game.
listen to me, bro. Look, when I saw Gilly post that, I'm like, I feel his pain. Like, nigga, this Nas nigga at the end of the day, nigga, like don't try to act like you ain't grew up off this man, bro, and really listen to this man and really, like zone out, bro. You know what I mean? For real. You know what I mean? For real, bro, and really hit this man paint pictures with his music. For real, bro. Like Nas really paint pictures, bro, when he rap, bro. For real.
So did 50 tell you, Yayo, Nas is gonna be here, or how did that whole thing
Hell
come
nah,
out?
that nigga. Nah, he ain't telling nigga all that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, like I don't even think Fifth knew that, you know what I'm saying, that Nas was going, you know what I mean, like come up there and all of that. You feel me? He probably ain't even know that.
They
You
got such a history, man. You know what I mean? From Nas bringing him and Yayo on tour and shit like that back in the day. You know what I mean?
hmm hmm
So recently, 50 Cent does an interview on The Breakfast Club, and he says he is done carrying G Unit. How do you feel about 50
Hey,
Cent?
hey man, I seen somebody not post that, but like comment on that and shit like that. Like, um, I feel like like that's how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you feel. But I just mostly just think that he just want to, like step away from the whole like G Unit brand thing. You know what I'm saying? Cause he doing him. You know what I mean? Like he doing him. You feel me? As far as like with the movies and shit, you know what I'm saying? Television shows and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like when he say like I'm tired of carrying G Unit, you know what I mean? I don't think he meant it as far as like carrying like like personally. You know what I'm saying? Like carrying these people personally. You know what I mean? For real, cause you gotta think about it like this, bro. Like before he even said that or whatever, like you said, like he just recently said that. You know what I mean? Everybody been like, scattered out and doing their own thing. You know what I mean? So you can't say, what I'm saying? Like, so when it comes down to that, you feel me? I don't think he just meant like persons, you know what I mean? Like carrying, G and members and shit, you feel me? I feel like he just feel like, just carrying the whole name and package that, you know what I'm saying? That come with G Unit in that box that people put G Unit in. You feel me? He's just tired of carrying that. You feel me? And he's tired of hearing about that shit. Yeah, for real. He did like, and that's it, man. He just want to grow, cause when it comes to that, man, you know, I feel like, cause personally, like me, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think like he carried people. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he you know what I'm saying. He showed love. You know what I'm saying? And he did what he did. You know what I mean? For real, like carrying a person is literally like like holding the person's hand, and you know what I mean? Like really, really, like carrying them through everything. You feel me? And I don't think he like really did that for what I mean, for too many people. You know, like I can't really speak on everybody else's situation. You know what I mean? But as far as my situation, you feel me? Like he never really like had to carry me. Like I was never one of them, dudes that had to come to him and ask him for money. You know what I'm saying? For anything, it did even down to like supporting. You know what I'm saying? Like supporting my music and da. Like I never was that type of dude. Like I always just moved on my own time. I always just did my own thing. You know what I mean? For real, and he respected it. You know what I'm saying? And shit. Like it is what it is. But that's what I think though. I think when he said that, he just just meant like he tired of fucking motherfuckers talking about G Unit. Like, nah, man, it's 50 Cent. I'm 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing me, man. Like, I don't hear about that shit. For real.
One thing he did say he would be interested in doing is a documentary, docu series. He's supposed to be doing shows like about, Snoop Dogg, shows about the massacre, his situation with the game. I wanted to ask you, Kid, what do you think it would be better as, a docu series or more of a G Unit television series?
Um, I ain't gonna front, bro. Like, I think it'd be better as like how, like, I don't know if you watched the fucking Wu Tang American Story.
On Hulu.
Oh, yeah, like, if he was to do some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? That should be super ill, bro. It'll be super ill. Like, like it'll be super ill. You feel me? If he could do it like that. If he could do it like that'll be dope.
Yeah, I think bringing actors in, or bringing actors in, right, kid, or
Yeah,
having actors
yeah.
do it
Nah,
for
nah,
themselves.
nah. Like actually, actually bringing actors in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did like professionals and shit. You feel me? That could really do that shit, and and because that'll give it more of a cinematic feel. You know what I mean? For real, that'll give it more of a cinematic feel.
Exactly. And docu series that's or the documentary like show that's kind of like what they're doing with Murder Inc. right now, I guess. It looked like their first episode was apparently about the original Murder Inc., Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule. So there would be enough G Unit history to do a docu series like that, though.
Yeah,
You would have to be a part of that.
man, it's a lot of shit. I ain't gonna front, bro. Like, cause they did so much before I even came into the picture.
Video games, shoes.
Yeah, yeah. Like that's the thing. Like they did so much before I ever, was even thought of with a G unit. You know what I mean? So I don't even know, man, because I'll probably do be in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like toward the end. You know what I
You would
mean?
have to be in the docu series. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
towards the end as well, you would have to be in the
yeah,
television show.
yeah, yeah. Toward the end. You feel me? I wonder who the fuck they'll get to play me though. Like who gonna who gonna act as me kid in that motherfucker? That shit'll be so dope. I ain't even gonna front like that'll be dope as hell, bro, to see somebody actually, acting and playing as you, and at the same time, what I mean, seeing how, cause you'll get to see how another person look at how another person viewed you, also. You know what I mean? Cause however he would have chose to like write my character, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
it showed like how you really viewed me. You
That's
know
what
what I
he was
mean?
saying as well on the show from my perspective. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. That would show how he viewed you. That's crazy. So
Yeah.
yeah, we got to talk about this other topic though, but before we get into that, um BMF, my favorite of 50 shows. Is BMF your favorite of the shows, or do you have one that tops BMF?
Um, man, my all time favorite, bro, had to be like the first Power. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? With Ghosts. You know what I mean? Like it's everything else is cool. Don't get me wrong. Like everything else is good for real. Like everything else. I watch everything. But my favorite, if I had to pick, man, was what I mean, the original Power. Like that shit was. You know what I mean? That shit. That was that shit. That was the truth. Like for real, for real. But BMF was dope for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because it's actually telling a real story about real people and digging real events that actually happened. So I always love that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a movie or a television show. You know what I mean? If it's a actual like true story behind that shit, I like that shit.
Yeah,
For real.
which is why the Wu-Tang show works, and that's why like a G Unit show like that would work.
Hey man, that Wu Tang American Saga, bro. Like, man, I love that show, bro. I loved it, bro, man. When I tell you, man, because for me as a Wu Tang fan, I'm a Wu Tang fan also. Like, I got to learn so much about these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I got to learn, and I was like, man, this shit really happened, and what's crazy is like real talk, bro. I'm gonna tell you, bro. Like, I will watch an episode, right? And when I see certain things that's happening, and I'm like, damn, this shit really happened. I would literally go and Google that shit. You know what I'm saying? And see that, damn, this shit really happened. Like I never knew that RZA caught a fucking attempt murder charge and all this
Right.
and that. You know what I'm saying? Like I never knew that. It did till I watched the show.
Yeah, there's some things you don't know, like with the Straight Outta Compton movie with Easy E pulling that big ass rifle out of his bag. You know what I mean? Would they be able to do
Yeah,
that in the G Unit series? Would they be able to tell us things that we don't know? There must be.
yeah,
You
of course,
probably
man.
got a lot of shit you haven't told the
Because
people about.
but see, you gotta think a lot of the things that happen like with G Unit and shit is already documented. Like it's already, you know what I'm saying? Like it's already out there. You feel me? All they would be doing is just bringing it to life. You feel me? For real,
Right?
like it's,
Bringing
it's
it to life.
already there. Yeah, like it's already there for
Some
real.
things we don't know, like 50 and Floyd, what their issues were really about. You know what I mean? Some of the behind the scenes, all that tension with Tony Yayo and 50 at all those radio stations you guys would go to. Some of that shit we don't know about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That shit was kind of cool though.
yeah, yeah, man. Like all that shit, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
What
that.
happened after Young Buck defended Dre at the Vibe Awards?
You know what I'm saying? They like that. That's what I'm saying. Like all that shit. And that's
Did
the
you hear
thing. Even do all these things, the things that we know that happen, it'll still be so fire to just see it. You know what I'm saying? For real, like it'll be so fire to see it, bro. Like that's why that shit'll be super dope. Like it'll be super dope.
So I want to go over some of your releases when you were with G Unit. In 2011, you joined G Unit. So in between that time frame, we've got about 3 years before Animal Ambition drops and G Unit actually coming back together. So 2011, you jump on the Big Ten where you're featured on Shooting Guns with 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Can you remember recording that video off the Big Ten project? Uh,
Yeah.
your shit was hard as hell, arguably harder than 50's on that.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, man. Shit, for real, for real. Cause the shooting guns, like that was like one of the first records, you know what I'm saying? Like I ever like recorded. You know what I mean? Like with dude, you know what I mean? He wasn't even really on the song at first. He he gave me the track. Well, actually Kai, Kai Miller. Kai Miller came with the track, and he had the chick Precious Paris.
Right, Paris
Um,
back in the day.
yeah, Paris, and we was in the studio, and you know I went in on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Did my thing on that, whatever, boom, 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 boom. And when he heard it, he was just like, yo, like, like, yo, like, nah, this shit is hard, kid. Like, nah, I'm about to get on this motherfucker. And, you know what I'm saying? He came in, he did this thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm, taking Paris off of the record. And he jumped on that motherfucker, and, we shot the video like right away. Yeah, I mean, for real, and I ain't gonna front, bro. I loved shooting that video. I loved it, bro.
There was a big element to this video, kid. You know what I mean? First of all, he like you said, it was your track, but then there was a whole like storyline to this video as well, too.
Yeah, man, because you gotta think, man, like, with Fifth, man, I met Fifth in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I met up with him. So he got the chance to actually see, like, the real side of me, not just, what I'm saying, this dude that could rap. You know what I mean? He got to actually be around, like my whole aura. You
Right.
feel
See what
me?
type of guy you were.
Yeah, yeah, that came behind me. You feel me? For real. And even during that time period, like, and that's what's crazy. Like Fifth was seeing, what I mean? Like, the situations I was in, as far as like, the beef, the drama, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas around me dying that he just met, and just everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got to see all of that shit. So he was like, damn, like, and I ain't gonna front, bro. And this was something that he used to always like pump in my head, bro. And I ain't really take heed to, like, he just was like, kid, bro, you gotta, like be you, like, to these people. You know what I'm saying? For real. He was like, you gotta be you to these people, bro. Like, and give motherfuckers like your real story, and give people you real, you know what I'm saying? Your real you, and this and that. You know what I mean? Because he like, like, you one way around other motherfuckers you did, but nigga, when you know what I'm saying, your habitat, you know what I'm saying, you not kid, nigga, you nut, you peanut. Like, even 50 Cent, like 50 called me nut. You know what I'm saying? 50 called me peanut, bro. Like, you know what I mean? For real, bro. And like, I felt them. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yeah.
So you did the Lost tape, 2012, right the next year. You were actually all over this. You were on Get Busy. as well as
Yeah.
OJ, produced by Mike Will Made It, one of the top producers.
Yep.
And
I
then also when I pop my
I
trunk,
actually like the OJ record, like that was my record also. You know what I'm saying? Like I had that that record, you know what I'm saying, when I got around fifth, you know what I'm saying? Cause I used to like live in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? I had a spot in the A, and I used to be with all like around all these producers for real. You know what's crazy, bro? I got that beat from Mike Will Made It, dope, bro, for like about $300 something, nigga. Picture that.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm saying, like picture that for real, bro. Like,
I remember meeting Mike Will Made It at Live with Future. So yeah, picture that. Shoot, he was shot through the roof.
yeah, 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 bro, for real, man. Shout out to Mike Will, bro, for real, man. Like, cause the grind is real, bro. Like
He
that's
brought a lot of shit to the table. You know what I mean? From Mike Will Made It to the Ejected with Lil Wayne. Like I said before, you actually, I want to say you brought the first Lil Wayne feature to G Unit.
uh-huh, for real. I had the Get Low record also. You know what I'm saying? That featured Jeremiah and Two Chains and T.I. and all that. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like that was one of my records also. You know?
Eminem was also on this tape, so he was actually on Murder One. You know what I mean?
Uh
How did it feel though, man? At this point, you like seem to have G Unit on your back, featured on 3 records here.
it just felt good, bro. It just like for me, like I said, bro, like, I don't be taking shit for granted, bro. And I just be grateful, you know what I'm saying? To, being able to like rap, like making a living off of rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was just everything and every experience and all that shit was just is amazing to me and still amazing to me still. You know what I mean? So just like all the like the other shit, like all the extra shit, like I wasn't even like thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? I was happy to be like, nigga, I call 50 Cent right now. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm really chilling with fucking 50 Cent. And you know what I'm saying? I'm touring the world. I'm seeing places I've never seen before. You know what I'm saying? Beating all kind of people. I'm, just living, like I'm living in the fucking dream. You know what I'm saying? So it did like that shit was, it never was no pressure. You know what I mean? For real. Cause like one thing I say about me, bro, like I could do a million things wrong. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about it, like I could rap my ass off. You know what I'm saying? For real. Cause that wasn't nothing that nobody taught me. You know what I'm saying? Like that was something that was just like there for me. You know what I mean? Like for real, bro. And I never, cause that's and I guess like that shit just I don't know, man. Like I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like for real, bro. Like it'd be a lot of times like I could be to say some shit or rap some shit, and I'd be like, damn, like I can't. There's no explanation of like where that shit like really, like come from. You know what I'm saying? Like I know where it come from, but the way that I say it and the way that I put it, you feel me? Like I'd be shocking myself on shit. Like
Also, the way that you make it sound.
yeah.
Move on to 5, Murder by Numbers. How did it feel going back and forth with 50 on Roll That Shit? You said, 50, look what you done did.
Yeah, that shit. That shit. That was hella fun. I ain't gonna cap like that. It was fun recording that record. You know what I'm saying? It was fun recording that record. Yeah, I mean, for real, man. Like just like just being in the studio, bro, and creating, man. Especially like when you in there and you creating with a high caliber artist like him and shit like that. You know what I mean? Your main thing you want to do is just stand out. You feel me? Like it ain't about like who rap the best and all that extra ass shit. Like it's all about standing out, bro. Like, and that's something I learned. I ain't gonna front. Like I learned that from Wayne. You know what I mean? For real, bro. Like that's like it's a lot of little tips and shit. You know what I'm saying? That dude used to give a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I still use that, like those tips to this day. For real, like a lot of people don't understand that. Like they'll get on a beat and just be feeling like, oh, I gotta try to out bar him. I gotta try to. Nah, it ain't about that, bro. It's just about standing out, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real, like you gotta just make sure, you say some shit, you know what I'm saying, that's memorable and that, you know what I mean, people know that's you when you come on there. You feel me? For real.
So, Kid, how was everyone back in your hood feeling about what 50 did for you at this point, and what type of industry connections were you introduced to?
Well, man, like back in the hood, man, you gotta understand, like niggas was like, they was, like overjoyed, bro. You know what I'm saying? They was overjoyed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then to see me, with 50, bro, like everybody was fans of this nigga. You know what I'm saying? For real, bro. It was like moving from one great rapper to the next one. You know what I'm saying? For real, bro. So, like everybody was overjoyed, man. But like as far as like industry connections and shit, like I met I met a whole lot of like rappers and shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, like I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't smart enough to actually like do a whole lot of networking. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't really, I still had that mindset of like, if you ain't a real nigga, I can't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't thinking like business wise and you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I wasn't thinking like that. You feel me? So I always just was looking at shit like, man, like, he cool, like I meet him or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Like if our conversation ain't right or if you know what I'm saying? Like if I feel like, you doing some bougie shit or whatever, you know what I mean? Like I'm not about to you feel like I'm not about to be trying to you did waste my time like really hollering at you and shit like that because we're gonna end up falling out and you know what I'm saying? You dig and we're
Time
gonna
to waste at that point.
yeah, like you feel we're gonna end up getting into it, you hear me? For real, for real. So like a lot of people like artists, like if you ever see me like on pictures with an artist or me posting the artist or even working with artists doing the song, like just know like I fuck with them for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I rock with them on real nigga time. You know what I'm saying? Other than, it's just a music thing. You feel me? For real.
So, Kid, from there, we move on to Animal Ambition. Every time I come around, first, we finally get to the album here, man. Did anything change working on Animal Ambition compared to these other projects we've spoke on?
Nah, because most of those songs, bro, like we been recorded. Animal Ambition was the first record, the very first record, like I ever like got on with Fifth when I met him, like that day. You know what I mean? For real. Like if you listen to Animal Ambition, right, you gonna hear Fifth saying, this now you come through the ninth wall stunting and you know what I'm saying, talk about the ninth wall and all that this and that, like for real, like that was actually like my verse. You know what I mean? Like real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like what he did was, he like took me off there and rapped my verse. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like and that was one
You rapped your verse?
yeah, like I said, like if you listen to the song in that verse, you know what I'm saying? You can hear, you know what I mean, for real. You hear me? Like, yeah, that shit. You know, for real. Like it was the same thing like with the OJ track also. You know what I'm saying? Like he did that. But see that what I'm saying? Like, but when it came to me, man, it was like, I went through that kind of shit like with Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like I never looked at that as nothing that like you know what I'm saying? Like, I wrote this up. You know what I'm saying? I did this. He like, nah, you know what I'm saying? For real, like, bro, I always looked at that shit as a fucking a compliment. You know what I mean? For real, like, I took that shit as a compliment, bro, because it's like these are people that like you real fans of and looked up to, and you know what I'm saying? You respect their craft and shit like that. And that just show you how much they fuck with your shit. You know what I mean? For real. Like for real. And I say that all the time to niggas. I be like, man, like, yeah, like I know that's your favorite artist, but you know what I mean? Like the shit, if they only knew, you know what I'm saying? Like this for real. Like I'm really niggas' favorite rapper on the low, bro. You know what I mean? Like for real, bro. For real, bro. Like they ain't gonna tell you, they ain't gonna publicly come out and say that, dude. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But I'm really like niggas, like niggas know I really like get down in that studio, like you know what I'm saying? For real, bro. For real, bro.
So we move on to A Regular Heartbeat featuring Jadakiss, yourself, and 50.
Classic, memorable. I love, man, what you did say, bro, when we was doing them records, bro, when Phil put me on them records, like that shit was like, man, I got, the thing about it, bro, that's a record with Jada. You know what I'm saying? For real. You heard me? One of the,
You were in the studio, like 50 played you the records, because everybody remembers the flicks of 50 popping up on Jada and Styles P that when they ended the beef.
uh, uh, uh,
Were you with 50 with him, or did he play you the records afterwards?
he played me the record, like after that. You know what I'm saying? He played me, but now when we had the record, Kiss wasn't even on there. You know what I'm saying? It was just me and Fifth.
Okay.
You feel me? And then Fifth added Kiss on there. You feel me? And then it was in except for what was the other one? The other joint, Chase the Paper with Prodigy and Styles P.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. First off, was A Regular Heartbeat a diss?
This?
Was it
Nah,
a diss? I can hear your heartbeat.
nah,
No,
yeah, nah.
wasn't a diss. All right.
Uh-uh.
50 was known, you know what I mean, for having been beefing with the Locks. Jadakiss had diss songs on 50. Why do you think 50 and Jada squashed it? 50 beefs forever.
Man, certain shit, bro, is like if it's not nothing serious, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got hurt. Ain't nobody, you know what I mean? Some shit just it don't make sense. You feel for real? And I ain't gonna front, bro. A lot of times, bro, you know what I'm saying? If you get all the way down to the fucking, you know what I'm saying? The trickle of why niggas is beefing, it's gonna be the dumbest reason in the world. For real, bro. And then most of the time, it's over the dumbest shit in the fucking world. You feel me? It's just the fact that niggas don't talk to each other. You feel me? For real. So it's like you might be beefing with this man, but y'all never had a real live conversation.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
Yep.
while y'all beefing with each other, there's so many outside people that's
Sure.
coming back. He say, she say, this and that. You know what I mean? So you going off of what everybody else saying. You feel me? But when you actually sit down, man to man, and y'all have a conversation, you realize like, man, this shit ain't really about nothing, bro. All right, we could. You know what I'm saying? For real, bro. And I think if a lot of people could do that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, niggas will be alright out here.
And moving on from that record, we're going to talk about Chase the Paper featuring Prodigy, rest in peace,
Man,
yourself,
rest
Styles
in peace,
P.
Prodigy, man, a legend. For real.
Man. Tell me about getting the chance to work with Prodigy. Y'all were side by side on this one, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to P, man. Like he was one of those people too, bro. That you know what I'm saying. I've been knowing. You know what I'm saying. I've been knowing. You feel me? Been met. You hear me? For real. Like on a lot of occasions. For real. Cause like I said, but a lot of the people that I know from New York, they from Queens. You feel me? And they big. Like like in Queens. You feel me? I don't want, say they mad because they real, like, like real niggas type shit. You feel me? They ain't the niggas you gonna see on Instagram. They ain't, you know what I mean? For real, you hear me? So, but like, they been like taking me around, introducing me to all these, you know what I'm saying? Big name rappers and all that, this and that. For real, you hear me? Like, I'll never forget. Shout out, shout out to Jim Jones, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real, bro. Like I met Jim Jones. They brought me to Jim Jones' studio in Harlem. You hear me? Jim Jones got on the record for me, bro. Right then and there. You know what I'm saying? For real. For real. You hear me? Record called Club Banger. It's on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? But like I never really officially put the record out. You know what I mean? For real, because it really need to be mixed and shit like that. But the record hard as shit, dude. For real. Shout out to Jim Jones, man, for that. But disarm now. But that shit that though, man, that shit was amazing, bro. To be on the track with fucking Prodigy and Styles P.
Right.
Man, what? What?
Where'd y'all film that video? In New York or somewhere
Yeah,
else?
yeah. We did it in New York.
Okay,
We did
okay.
it
Because
in New
y'all
York.
bought out a bunch
Going to
of
the
like lock
hospital.
style shit for that.
I ended up going to the hospital that day. I got flipped over on, you know what I'm saying, with one of them fucking dirt bikes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, man? That shit was crazy, man.
They was going back to the Rough Rider era shit with that video, it looked like. Tell me about Prodigy popping up on the video set. How did it work out? Like, were you the first one on the set? Last one on the set?
Now we all like showed up together. You know what I'm saying? But the thing with Styles P though, um, like that's what's crazy. The song was actually just me, 50, and Prodigy. You know what I mean? And then he added Styles P on at the end, and they shot the scene like separate on another day. You know what I mean? But but when it was time for the video, like we all came there at the same time. You feel me? We all arrived at the same time, and it was just good, just linking with niggas. Like, cause like I said, bro, like I've been, met Prodigy, and you know what I mean, a couple times, shit. So we was already familiar with each other. Like we was already familiar with each other. So when we, linked, it was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And he was just telling me like, man, you killed this shit, kid, and you know what I mean, and all that. I just like, man, I'm just happy to be on a song with legends, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got
Like,
an amazing opportunity on those two cuts because you did so well on everything else, I imagine.
yeah, man. I'm one of them dudes, bro. Like, I'm not gonna let you down. You feel me? Like I'm not gonna let you down, bro. Like you can put me on anything. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna let you down.
So we move on to the beauty of independence.
Yep.
I got digital scale written here. Did you take naturally to working with all the G Unit once you guys came together as a collective?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like everything was like, like it was organic, bro. Like, you know what I mean? For real. Like with me, bro, like I was always like an adjustable dude, bro, in the studio. You feel me? So I could like just rock on anything. You feel me? So it was like when we get on that shit, when we get in the yo or whatever, and track come on, you know what I mean? Like instantly, you feel me? Our minds go to wandering. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like we're gonna rap about whatever this and that. whoever said it all first, you feel me? We just, everybody just follow suit, for real. But that's the most, I ain't gonna front, like, when you doing some group shit, that's the most easiest shit to do. You feel me? Because all you gotta do is, make sure your verses, you know what I'm saying? Make sure your verses up to par with everybody else, for real.
So the next record that we're going to talk about is Changes. 50 Cent said, "All I hear is Jimmy want my shit to flop. Dre don't care if I blow. God
Uh
damn, all this from some headphones."
huh. Uh huh. Uh huh.
With 50 rapping that, did you notice any kind of weird vibes or issues with the label at that point in time?
Oh, well, what label?
With Interscope. Was it Interscope at that
It
point?
was it was always like, I don't think like when I got around, like, it wasn't no Interscope thing when I was
True.
around. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first got with dude, you feel me? Like,
Right, actually. Yep.
yeah, like even though, we dropped Bueller of Independence, but from my knowledge, homie been independent. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yep, you're right.
I came around, so you feel me? It wasn't none of that, but that verse though was actually like he already like had that verse on another song for real. You know what I'm saying? And we did the record like like when we first did the joint, it was me and Buck joint. Like me and Buck had recorded it. It was me and Buck on the song. And that's why on the song, like you hit me, I got two verses on it. I got two verses on it. Uh,
Is that the one where you say they say family first, but family is the
yeah,
first to get you
that,
hurt?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Explain that bar to me, man. For some reason, that's people's slogan. You know what I mean? That's people's slogan right there. A lot of people saying that, but what made you say it? Did you have some family
Because
that
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
like bro, like when you get fame, you know what I'm saying? When you start getting like a little fame, you getting a little money. You know what I'm saying? The first people that's gonna hurt you is your family, bro, because they the only people that's close to you. These the people that's right next to you that got access to steal from you. You know what I'm saying? That know shit about you nobody else ain't supposed to know. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
I
That
hear
that
you.
for real, bro. That'll turn on you and you know what I'm saying? Start talking about you for real. As soon as you tell them no about something, you feel me? They go to feeling some kind of way in. You know what I mean? Shit like that for real, bro. So they always, be the first to get you hurt. You know what I mean? For real.
Speaking right off that lyric, it kind of plays into what's going on with 50 and Lloyd Banks, with 50 calling Lloyd lazy. How do you feel about that? And do you think that word really applies to Banks?
Nah, man. It's just that, like with Banks, bro, like, from what I see, you know what I mean? Like, from what I seen, and, being around dude, it ain't that, being lazy, you heard me? I feel like if he feel like something ain't right, he ain't gonna move for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just a person that just want to march to his own drum. You feel me? He just want to march to the beat of his own drum, bro. Like, shit, the nigga ain't lazy, just, you know what I'm saying? But, like, he just a well thought out type of dude, you know what I'm saying? And you think, like, he want to be perfect with his shit, you know what I'm saying? For real, yeah. So,
Yeah,
so,
let me take a second to shout out Cody 2, The Course of the Inevitable 2 from Lloyd Banks, available now,
yeah,
streaming.
go cop that, man, for real. Go cop that, bro, for real.
Also, go stream Kids shit too. Crooks out right now. But so the plug is actually a classic 50 Cent hook in his old format. You had a short verse on here. Were you having any issues being a part of a five-man group with the verses being so short? I know you said it was easy. Were there any issues with the verses being so short?
Nah, not at all, man. Not at all, man. Not at all, man. It was just more of, like, you feel me? Like with that song, like when we was doing these records, bro, like we all was in the studio at the same time. You know what I mean? And You come like you did go upstairs, eat whatever this and that. You know what I'm saying? Come back down, niggas already got a record done, and it's like shit. Fuck that, nigga. I'm about to put something on here. You know what I mean? Shit like that for real. And you know you gotta squeeze yourself in that motherfucker some kind of way. Yeah. For real, for real.
Plug was actually the last track aside from the bonus tracks on The Beauty. So I believe I have a thing or two written about the bonus tracks here. Uh, but The Beauty actually sold 14,500 copies first week. Did you remember hearing anything about the sales of this album?
Nah, bro. Real talk, bro. What's crazy is Mikey, like I was gonna ask you, like what? Cause like I said, bro, I never was one like to check that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? For
Yeah,
real.
I had just seen the sales. Like I hadn't known for many years. You know what I mean? But you got to take into consideration it's an independent record. So Big Body Benz was a bonus cut. And this was actually, to my knowledge, was this your first single on G Unit? Solo cut?
Um, yeah. I don't think that was my first. I think my first one was like Bury Me a G type shit. You know what I'm saying? I think it was the Bury Me a G track. But yeah, Big Body Bands, like that was a dope ass track. You know what I'm saying? That I did put Banks on that motherfucker.
Oh, right. Banks. Yep.
Then Fifth had jumped on the hook and shit and did a verse on that bad, and it just came out great. You know
It
what I mean?
made
For
the
real,
album.
huh?
It made the album. It made the Best Buy release.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pretty dope.
Oh, for real, man. It was dope, man. I got a chance, I flew my son out there being a video and shit. Like that shit was dope as hell.
For some reason, I feel like I remember watching that on video, Kid. Yeah, I do remember watching that. Yeah. Epic moments.
Yeah, yeah, man. Real epic, real epic, real epic.
So the beat starts off with ballin'. 50 started off with a different hook, man. This is one of the best hooks I've ever seen from 50. Yayo kicked off the album. What was the difference heading into the Beast from the Beauty?
I ain't gonna cap. Yayo's energy, bro. For real. For the Beast album, bro. Like Yayo, because all those records, though, man, from the Beast to Beauty of Independence, man, like we recorded all those songs like within probably like I want to say like 2 weeks, bro. You know what I'm saying? They just divided them. You know what I mean? Into two things. They just divided them into two different projects. You feel me? It was all just going to be one project. You feel me? But but yeah, man, like yeah, yo, that nigga, he was so hyped, man. You know what I'm saying? For real,
You gotta love Yayo's energy.
Yeah, that nigga was so hyped, man.
What'd you say? You said I paid all my mama bills, so how could she complain? Call my bitches dimes. I treat them like loose change. What do
Yeah,
you mean by that, man? Can you break that bar down for me? Loose change, I know what I do with loose change. I put it in the piggy bank. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you got loose change, you don't really care about it too much.
Most
Yeah,
dudes wife a dime though.
yeah, my wife, yeah. That was before I was married, dude.
Facts, right.
You
True.
know what I'm saying? So,
Salute to you too.
I was, yeah, niggas was young and wild. You know what I'm saying? For real. So, shit. That's basically all it was. And at the same time, just a play off of, you know what I'm saying? Just, a bar, you know what I'm saying? From, dimes and, loose change. Dimes are like loose change. You feel me? Yeah, man.
Probably had about 50 cents worth of them, right?
You know, probably more than that.
About 90 cents. No, my man had like a buck 20. Just kidding. All right. So, honestly, though, what were the plans for G Unit at this point? Was it to connect the Beauty and the Beast as a full album, or was there supposed to
Yeah,
be a feature album?
it was gonna be a double disc. You know what I'm saying? At first it was gonna be a double disc. And along the way, you know what I'm saying, everybody just well I ain't gonna say everybody, but Fifth and excuse me, Fifth and like the rest of the people that worked at the junior office, and they wanted to just make it separate projects because they wanted to see if people was going to accept the first, you know what I'm saying, the first couple of joints, and how people just was going to receive everybody being back together or whatever, and they just ended up splitting the two. And the last that what was that after that the lost tapes. They did the lost tapes, and then that came after that wasn't nothing but like just the extra records that we recorded. You feel me?
Damn, I don't got those ones right there. But next up, we got I'm Grown, produced by Honorable C Note. This
Yeah,
joint was different. I liked what Banks was doing on there. Uh, but you had the hottest verse, I gotta say. Your voice went well with this beat. Did y'all ever perform this track, or do you remember any
yeah,
performance
yeah, yeah. We performed
unit?
it a time. We performed it a couple times, man. Like every time we did a concert together, we performed that track. You know what I mean?
That one was different.
Huh?
That one was different, but you rode that track crazy. Pause.
C Note, man. C Note, but see, like it all goes back, like Honorable C Note, man. Like that been my guy, bro. Like all the way to like my first ever, you know what I'm saying, like project that I ever really released, bro, was the Reillionaire project, the Reillionaire album. You know what I'm saying? Honorable C Note produced every track on there. You know what I'm saying? He produced that for real. So I've been, what I'm saying, just knowing Cino and shit like that, you feel me? So, I just, reached out, told him send us some beats, you know what I'm saying? And that shit became what it was.
You had said you never find a teeth mark on any hand that feeds me. And Tony Yayo has said before when an artist disses 50 Cent, they get the most promo of their whole career. But you know what? You
Mm.
decided not to take that route. You didn't diss 50 Cent.
Nah, because it's nothing that, like, like, how can you, like, what am I supposed to say? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right?
it's not no like never no bad blood like with me. You know what I'm saying? For real. You there like I just chose to like do my thing because I seen you know what I'm saying? I seen you feel me like like him already stepping away from the music shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw the shit like having so I'm like, man, look, I know I gotta keep this shit going. You know what I'm saying? As far as like on my behalf. You feel me? For real, for real. It did, but like I didn't say it like, like things on a song where I talked about like the G Unit situation. You feel me? Like I talked about the G Unit situation and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like it's not a diss. You know what I mean? It's just like me talking some real shit. You feel me? For real. Like that's one thing about me. Like I don't like if you gonna diss a nigga on a song, then like it gotta be some real shit. Like you gotta, you know what I'm saying, for real. Because well, that's how I feel. I feel like if I'm gonna dish you on a record, bro, then you gotta know like when I see you is more than you know what I'm saying. It's more than music. You know what I'm saying. I'm really trying to get with you. You heard me. And that's the thing. Like, and if I feel like I gotta dish you on a record, that's because I don't maybe I don't got your number. I can't get in contact with you. I can't meet up with you. I can't whatever. You feel me? So like I never fucking diss no fucking I never diss no nigga on no fucking record, man. You know what I'm saying? Not when you can actually fucking meet up with a nigga, whatever, this and that. You feel me? For real. Like that's what like I never understood that with niggas. For real. Like stop making these fake ass diss records and shit like that. Make a diss record after you done ran into this nigga, y'all done fought, or you done did something to him. Now you can make a diss record because you actually got something to talk about. You feel me? Don't talk about what you gonna do. You feel me? Talk about what you did. You know what I'm saying? For real, yeah. For real.
So I don't know if you saw the news. I mean, you probably did. The news just popped off. 50 Cent, Floyd Mayweather, and their issues. You know, you were around the both of them. Any idea
Yeah,
why they would even beef?
I don't really know where everything started from, but like in all honesty, bro, and just keeping it real, you know what I'm saying? Like fifth, I think whatever little disagreement they had, you hear me? Like all that shit could have been real squash because they really had they like real like brotherly love for each other, like real like you know, like they really rocked with each other, bro. And I just think it went bad when when Fifth made fun of him on the internet. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? For real, because once again, bro, like that internet shit, bro, like that shit be bad. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit look bad, bro. You know what I mean? For real, like it's one thing, you clowning them face to face when y'all around each other. You feel me? But when put some shit on the internet making fun of him and shit like that, and now he became a meme, and you know what I mean? You got a fucking, you know what I'm saying, thousands of, people that don't really know what's up and all this and that. You feel me? Commenting on the shit and saying this and saying that. You feel me? For real. And the trip part is that 50 probably ain't mean it to go that far. You know what I'm saying? But the fans and the internet trolls and all that, they gonna push it like that. So in Floyd position, it's like I can't be cool with you because you embarrass me. You know what I'm saying? You my brother, I love you and everything, but you embarrass me, man. You get what I'm saying? For real, bro.
The
And
Harry Potter book.
yeah, and speaking from a person that was around that shit, Fifth ain't wasn't never really trying to beef like that with Champ Dog because even after that shit, bro, like we went to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh
Fifth,
yeah, I know you guys went to Vegas.
you know what I'm saying? We
Heard
went to
about that infamous story.
what?
Oh, you had a crazy story. You had a crazy time out there, kid.
Yeah, yeah. Now I'm talking about this was after, what I'm saying, the shit and
Oh,
50
my bad. Continue, my bad.
the shit and all that. Yeah, the story I said that was like my first time. You know what I'm saying, meeting Floyd when everything was all good. You know
Right.
what I'm saying, when everything was all good and
When it's good, it is good.
oh yeah, hell yeah. But like this was like after everything happened and shit, and we go to Vegas. And cause Fifth wanted to talk to him, you know what I'm saying? And shit, and Florida ain't, he ain't want to talk or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They were supposed to meet up or whatever, and shit, it ain't happened, you feel me? And I was just like, damn, bro, you know what I mean? Because the relationship that I seen that they had, bro, as long as I've been around 50, I ain't seen him rock with nobody like how he rocked with Floyd. You feel me? For real. I never seen him hang with like other rappers, other celebrities, other you know what I mean? Like none of that. You feel me? But with Floyd, like that was his friend. You know what I'm saying? That was his friend, his homie, for real. Like everything was everything for real. Like even 50 driver, 50 old drivers, Floyd's new driver. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd's bodyguards came from around 50. Like it was, you know what I mean? Like they was real tight. So, to hear them, reconciled and, back together and stuff, like that was, what I'm saying, like really a no-brainer for me, you know what I mean? Because I knew the kind of relationship that they already had, you feel me? For real. And that's good to see. You feel me? For real. Like that's good to see, bro. That's good to see.
Floyd apparently said, "What took you so long?"
Well, I ain't gonna front. Now, Champ can't say that, bro. Cause Fifth, I'm a known witness. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Fifth reached out and everything. Nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't say what took it too long. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like what happened was after that, it was just more and more little shit, and you know what I mean. So many people in between them that keeping them apart. You know what I mean? For real. Until they actually probably got in touch with each other. You know,
Yeah.
for real.
What did 50 and Buck's relationship seem to be to you from your perspective as everybody reunited?
Well, it was like it was cool to me. You know what I'm saying? Like from what I seen, you feel me? Like everything was cool. Like everybody was back together, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was regular shit. You feel me? It wasn't no like tension and or nothing like that in the air. But like I said, man, like you never know like what be going on. You know what I'm saying? Behind closed doors, bro. You know what I mean? For real, because no matter what you did, I'm sure he probably had his own conversations and his own situation going on with 50. You know what I'm saying? Outside of whatever everybody else had going on and shit like that. Because even with my situation with Fifth or whatever, I'm pretty sure ain't nobody really like know, you know what I mean? That what kind of, setup we had with each other and all of that type of shit. You feel me? But like we ain't care about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? For real, you did. We just gotta do our job. You know what I'm saying? Make some good music. You feel me? And get some money. For real.
Yeah, facts, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. So doper than my last one is actually a Lloyd Banks solo cut.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, it was you, Fifth, and Yayo working. So can you tell me about Lloyd Banks actually coming back to G Unit and working on the album?
Um, it was great, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it was great, dog, for real, bro. Like the being there with the PLK. You know what I'm saying? For real. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hear me? That made me feel like I had something to prove. You know what I'm saying? For real, you're being in that motherfucker with Banks, you know what I'm saying? For real, yeah. Like nigga, I got some punchlines too, nigga. Yeah, I'm saying for real, yeah. But that man, like, Banks one of the greats, bro, and just being able to be around him and seeing him work, man, like, shit was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say that, when you were talking about it, it didn't seem like there were any issues with 50 and Buck when you guys did your media run. Like I said, it was kind of like 50 and Yayo jabbing at each other, but you just know they're such good friends, it doesn't mean much of anything.
Yeah, yeah, like Fifth always, you know what I'm saying? Like, crack jokes on you and all that shit there. But that's how it is, man. Like, like when you real close with somebody, bro, and that's your friend, like, it's not a moment where y'all just chilling without cracking a joke on each other. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you gotta look at that shit, man. Like, but like I say, man, like when that shit get over to the internet, people make it more than what it actually is. You know what I'm saying? People make shit more than what it actually is, bro. For real. That's why you still see, Ye still with Fifth. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The Beast sold a few more units than the Beauty, 18,000.
Interior garage door. He said the beast sold more.
Yeah. Yeah, the Beast actually sold about 18,500 copies. Again, I want to ask you, did you hear anything about the sales? 50 had always made such a big deal about the sales. This is something he never spoke on, though, these album sales.
Well, mm-mm. I ain't never, he never mentioned it. you know. But at the time, he probably ain't really care too much. You know what I'm saying? For real. You probably ain't really care too much, man. As long as we was, able to, stay on the road and what I mean, continue working, you feel me? He probably ain't really care too much about the numbers. Even though he probably did. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know, you feel me?
Well, they were kind of mixtapes, you know what I mean? I feel like these were kind of build-up albums for something you guys were trying to find a single for.
Uh-huh.
That's
Uh,
just how I felt from the outside looking in as a, fan perspective.
yeah, it could have been that. It could have been that too. For real. For real. But you never know, you know what I'm saying? Until, you actually gotta hear from him, you know?
So we got Boy Boy, which is Harlem slang actually. Can you tell me whose idea it was to name the song that?
What's the name? What'd you say? The name of someone?
Boy Boy.
Oh boy, boy, boy.
Maybe
It
they could have
was,
added one more boy to it.
yeah, just you just managed that because like, that's what it was on the hook. You know what I'm saying? Real, like after the song done, cause that's the thing, like when we recording, we don't name the song until the song is fucking finished. So we just named it that. But that's what we were saying mostly on the hook. So
And of course, you had to hit with the I'm gonna make sure I stick you more than 9 times. You know
mm,
what I mean? I feel like that's kind of some of the stuff 50 liked about you, that he could see the real, he could see the realism in what you were rapping about. He was like, God damn, that makes me feel like something that happened to me.
yeah, man.
That type of shit.
Yeah, that's just me and how I rap, man. Like it's like with me, bro, I always had like raw talent. You know what I'm saying? For real, bro. Like I always had raw talent, bro.
Yeah, the people can hear it, man.
For real, man.
I was playing some of your music for my boy today, and he's like, "Holy shit!" Like, yo, choose one. A lot of
Uh,
bars go over people's heads, and I'm gonna bring attention to it.
mm-hmm.
The pump shells the size of D batteries get hit like J Rock when the fat dude squeezed. For those that went over their head, man. Kid, can you explain it to everyone?
Yeah. Well, in the movie South Central, you know, the little kid name was J Rock. And when he tried to steal homie car stereo or whatever, and he was trying to hide the gate, it was the fat guy, you know what I'm saying? I don't know his name, you feel me? But the fat dude that played in the movie, he had shot J Rock, you know what I mean, like over the gate with a 12 gauge. You know what I mean? He shot J Rock over the gate with a 12 gauge. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Nah, kid, I really appreciate you for tapping in for this exclusive interview, man. You know,
You know, crazy. I was see, like, look, I could have showed you an actual shotgun shell. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't about to do that up man on here.
we'll save it for episode 2. We'll save it for episode 2. But yo, man, Crooks is out right now.
Man,
Kid, the floor is yours, man.
all right.
Whatever you want, plug whatever you want right now, bro. The floor is yours.
Street Fame is dropping real fucking soon. You know what I'm saying? Go fuck with that Crooks. You hear me? Crooks is out right now on all platforms. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You feel me? Go look at my in studio video Crooks, you know what I'm saying? I chose to do like the in studio video for that song and for a couple songs that a couple in studio videos with the mic hanging down. Why I did that like that? Because it brings more attention to what you actually saying. You know what I'm saying? Other than all the distractions of, bitches shaking ass and, what I'm saying, throwing money around and all that. You know what I'm saying? I want you to actually hear what I'm saying. You feel me? For real. Uh, and like I said, man, Street Fame coming soon, man. Crooks is out right now. Um, Shit, man. Look me up on fucking iTunes and all that extra shit. and go catch up. You know what I'm saying? For real. You hear me? Listen to all the rest of the shit. Facts.
Hell yeah, Kid. I really appreciate you tapping in tonight. Everybody can follow him on Instagram. I got it pinned up. We've also got the YouTube page up as well.